What is going on, mortals? Mortal T here. And we're back in Fortnite in the replay system because the rocket in Fortnite did get launched. And I was there. I was in a game of 50-50 and I managed to get the full footage of the rocket. And I mean absolutely full footage. At the time this was happening, I was live streaming. So if you missed the live stream, I'm basically going to go over what actually happened with the rocket and then talk about some of the changes to the map that did occur. But I'm going to show you the full footage, and I mean absolutely full. We're going to get up close and personal with the rocket. We're going to follow it around the map. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So this is at normal speed at this very moment in time. And we can always slow it down and speed it up as we go along. So the rocket is just going up. It just got launched from the villain's lair. Now we're going to follow it up until we can hit like build height, because we can't go up any higher than that. And there we go. We have reached build height here. So I'm going to zoom out a bit. Zoom in. This is where the booster rocket gets launched, and we'll talk about that a bit later. But we're going to focus in on the rocket now. Come on, turn. So we're focusing in on the rocket. This is normal speed. That's where it stops. We're going to slow it down in a second. Now, I don't know if you heard that, but it's very hard to make out. But I did read about it. It basically says there's zero probability of I can't get my tongue around it, of calculating the coordinates. So a zero probability of calculating the coordinates. That's what it says. Right, we're going to slow it down here and we're going to zoom out so we can get a nice angle on what actually happens here. As you can see, the rocket just like laser target tilted towers. So we're going to follow it, slow it down even more, and there we go. Just before it hits tilted, it teleports in this amazing effect that goes on. It literally like shatters time and space. As you can see, all these shards from time and space. Looking really cool. Now this is in super slow-mo. But we need to go over to Moisty Maya here, because this is where it comes out. This is like the second like teleportation or time warp or whatever you want to call it. So we can speed it back up as we go along, and you can see it's now coming out over Moisty Maya, and we're going to be right here for it. Boom. And we're going to slow it down again so we can catch up with the rocket. Now this is where it goes on like a tour of the map, so to speak. Alright, we're catching up. Catching up. Here we go. We're right next to the rocket now. So it flies over a good part of everything. Lonely Lodge, Wailing Woods. It's flying near Risky Reels as well. So this is the flight path of the rocket. So it does like circle the whole map. Now we're going to catch up to the rocket right here. Okay, we're going to speed it up. It's going to get ahead of us. As you can see, there's loads of different sounds happening here. Loads. So we're just following the rocket And then it's going to time warp or teleport again. You're going to be able to see it. It's getting ready. And boom. There we have it. It's teleported again. I'm going to pause it, get a nice... As you can see, there's literally shards of it. It looks like glass. I think it's like... I don't know. They call about shattering like the sound barrier and stuff like that. But they've kind of shattered space and time. And this is what this is. That's just my guess. That's what it looks like because it literally teleports. So, we're going to play it now. We're going to make our way over to where it teleports to, which is basically just over at Loot Lake. Now, I was lucky enough because I was literally so close to Loot Lake when this happened. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to show you exactly where I was. I was on this ramp right here. This is me jumping. That's me. With the Blockbuster outfit on. Really cool. Right, as I was looking over there, let's play it. I'm going to speed it up. Then it comes out over Loot Lake. That's me shooting at it. Right, I've slowed it down again. Because this is where it shoots up into the sky and makes a giant crack in the sky. Just like that. Now unfortunately this is as close as we can get. But as you can see there's little shards that look like glass again. Scattered everywhere, and then they slowly like disappear and evaporate. And you just got all this noise. And then it just calms down. And it just stays there. And that's basically all that happens with the rocket. It teleports a couple of times. It makes a loop around the map. And that's about it. It doesn't really actually make any kind of changes. But at the first beginning, it did drop something off the rocket. It was a booster rocket. That is like kind of the second stage of like a rocket launch, a normal rocket launch. You do have booster rockets to get it up into the atmosphere, and then it detaches itself, and this is where the rocket lands. Now obviously you can't see the booster rocket for some reason on the replay mode. I don't know why, but this group of rocks was never here before, and I have played a match where I saw the rocket in there. You can destroy the rocket, you can actually mine it and get all the metal from it, so it's not a thing that you cannot destroy. You can destroy it, which is really, really cool. So that's just one of the changes. Now once it got mined, there was nothing inside it or anything like that, so there was no kind of clue of what was fueling it or anything like that. But since then, there has been another, like... no, not that. I want to go off. There was another discovery, and we're going to see if we can see it right now. We're going to go over to Lonely Lodge, where the rocket did fly over. It flew over Lonely Lodge, Wailing Woods, and it went really close to Risky Reels. Now, actually, in-game footage, after it all happened, there is a little something that's supposed to happen here. But we can't see it at this present moment in time. So, I'm going to play, and we're going to watch it for a second. Until like the end of the match comes up and see if anything happens. I've sped it up 4 times as fast, so we scroll through it really quick. There's only like 8 minutes of footage because the game was kind of over by then. I'm going to skip it even further ahead so we're not waiting here too long, because there is something appears here. No, nothing has appeared yet. Which is kind of strange, but I am going to show you footage where the thing does appear. I will be showing you the footage, so stay tuned. But it looks like, no, nothing happens here yet. So much. I'm going to pause this right now. Then the next bit you're going to see is footage of this little thing that happens at Lonely Lodge. So, this is the booster rocket that came off the big rocket. I'm going to destroy the stones around it so we get a better view of it. So here we go. This is the actual booster rocket. It would be clever if I had a weapon here, so bear with me 2 seconds. I bet I can't get... Okay, a shotgun will do. Quickly get this chest. I want to show you the proper footage and everything that we can actually destroy the rocket. So here we go. Just trying to get a good view. As you can see, we can go on it and everything, but we can also destroy it. Now, unfortunately, we don't seem to get a lot of materials from it, which is kind of sad. You think a rocket were like this would have a lot of metal coming out of it, but we only got about 21 metal from that, which was kind of stupid. But there you go, that's the metal, and now we're going to go over. Go, mortals, we are at Lonely Lodge, and as you can see, there's something quite different happening with this sign. Now, no one actually knows what it is. It's some kind of remnant from what the spaceship from the rocket did. It looks like to be some kind of energy, maybe some kind of portal energy from what happened up there, because it looks really like the same type of energy. Now, nothing happens when you jump into it or anything like that. As you can see, if you step into it, things do go a bit blurry and everything. But apart from that, we don't really know. Now, I'm going to test a couple of things. Oh. Okay, that went inside. Ah, I was hoping for something a bit different there, but nothing seems to happen. I'm throwing grenades through it. No, that landed on the tree. Yeah, it's... I don't know, it's kind of strange. We're actually right in it right now, but nothing's happening. So, I'm not quite sure what to make of it. It's just kind of some kind of remnant, and there hasn't been anything else found around the map that resembles that, because it's not on this side at all. It was just where that sign was. That's all it was, where it says welcome to Pleasant Park. Well, welcome to the... I don't know, welcome to the lodge, I think it said. But, yeah, that's it. That's all, like, the map changes. There's only been, like, 2 that's been discovered at this moment in time. There might be more on the way, but I personally think this has got to be something to do with Season 5 that is coming up. That ends in about 10 days or so. And Lonely Lodge might not even be here anymore. It might change into something completely different. But we don't know. But what was that? Is it? That is all the footage. That's the full rocket coverage, or footage, or whatever you want to say. And the 2 map changes that happened, which is the booster rocket, and then that strange anomaly that's just there. That something could go through it. We could go through it. But yeah, something could come through this. This hasn't changed. It hasn't got any bigger or any wider or anything like that. It's just staying the same. So I'd love to hear what you mortals think down in the comments below. I'd love to read them. But apart from that, mortals, I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you gained some useful knowledge about Fortnite. But I'll hopefully see you in the next video.